Hello and welcome to some post-game commentary with myself and Kelly. Tony's in the platoon too, but he's asleep right now, so no commentary from him. He doesn't do much anyway. Starting off the match, I tell Tony that we should both take center. And Kelly decides to go South Road.
I was too slow to hit town, and I was too big to try to camo up down there. So I try to go center.
I tell Tony to spot the sniper ridge at E2 the best he can. I miss and hit E3, but whatever.
Yeah. Everybody misses when they go to E3. Puns. Alright, so I don't shoot this A43. Gotta keep moving.
I think between the two of us, we had just a massive amount of fail shooting early on.
Like a Stewart.
Critting everything.
I think I tracked it to one point, and you tracked the Stewart.
Oh, that shot went in.
Yeah, that shot went in. And I was like, oh, I should kill this, and I think I...
And then I go to track the A43. Oh, no, I missed the A43.
I'm having gun elevation issues trying to hit his head, so I'm like, I'm gonna back up this hill, try to get shots out.
And I crit no damage to the A43.
I fire, bounce.
And then he gets killed, and we both blind fire at him because we don't register the kill, which is extremely bad.
And then there's the
I track him again, and then Kelly finally takes him out. So I'm feeling like a bit of a retard at this moment, but that's fine. Team's doing okay, the spread looks fairly good. And Tony and I are just chilling here in the center. I'm doing my best to lay down some supporting fire towards the south, but they're smart and are on the other side of the tracks. There's not really much I can do.
I'm on this side of the tracks because of A, that's Stewart, and B, because I forgot to be on the other side of the tracks when this train came up for getting the Stewart. So I'm like, well, whatever.
Now, even though we're winning overall, North isn't looking so good. They have a lot of tanks there. So I tell Tony that we need to go address that, and I tell Kelly to keep me posted on what's going on south once they're at my render range.
Alright, I'm crossing this river to see how these heavies go, and so far there's only 2 of them. Because that Black Prince got unlit. And there goes that M6. So alright, there's one heavy, we got this.
So luckily this 34-1 has the same idea as us, as needing to address the north. I tell Tony to set up a spot/snipe position for the two of us.
At this point, I turn around because we've lost town, and while we can hold this lane, we can stall this lane. I don't think we can hold it, so I'm going to move back to cap to get more of a defensible position. And there we see the slow traverse rate of the AT-8.
So now Tony's spotting the IS, and RNG doesn't like me at this point, so I miss. I'm
out of his under range, so I can't see what he's doing. He's trying to tell me how to keep it posted. There's that Black Prince.
Now, while that IS doesn't have the best gun, I prioritize him because he's the one who's going to spot Tony. It doesn't end up making a difference, but that's what I was thinking. I loaded Prem because I wanted to protect Tony. I forgot to unload them until after this shot.
The Black Prince put 2 shots in my ass and damaged my engine, and I had to repair it. I need the speed to get back to base, and I'm glad I did repair it.
So Dan, you see me prioritizing the tanks that'll get closest to spot me, just so I can spend as much time camoed up as possible.
Alright, I take shots with this T-29. He's kind of a sniper. And I got side shots on him, trying to get, while he's in a hold down from that T-34-1.
What you see me do here is that I'll go up to the bush to spot, and then I'll back off to make sure I don't get spotted when I fire. Now, while he does come around the bush and eventually spot me, that's something you should always keep in mind.
And there we have way too many heavies to shoot at. I was gonna turn around and try to get more of a of Polo's side on their ender range, but I needed to put shells if I could down here. I couldn't, so I keep backing up.
And then the 34-109 double team this Tiger B. Now at this point, I realize I have 8 armor-piercing shells left and only 2 HE shells left, so I can't really lay down an engagement like I normally would.
So I tell Polo, go take a spawning position. I got 50 shells. I can put enough downrange for the both of us.
In hindsight, we probably should have motioned for the Hummel to retreat a lot sooner than we did. This 34-1 went a little bit too wide, and I think he's probably going to get himself killed with no real gain for the two of us.
I'm trying to head toward this rubble pile back here to try to get my cupola in some hiding, because you do in these tanks, and then I realize these guys are going to be out of my render range, and I need to put shots downrange. So I'm turning slowly, ever so slowly, and I come and put my gun toward that KD-1S, only to find my buddy Paulo in the way. So I try to move around him, and that gives me shots in this KD-2.
But even though I decided not to fire, I still aim just in case he moves back and I'm the only one with the shot if Kelly's reloading.
I track him, which is, yay, another crit.
But now the 34-1 is dead, so that leaves myself, Kelly, and a Hummel against 3 tier 7s and the almighty Tog. I tell Kelly to ignore this Tog because I don't think that he's in spotting range for him. Because I didn't think the Black Prince would push up the way he did in spot.
And there's an issue.
So I moved this way in order to get some sort of crossfire.
Did that.
Then I put a wonderful critting shot to that SU. I fired into the top of this Black Prince, because I didn't think I would be able to hit the front of his turret.
Now I'm out here too long, I get shot, I take the hit, I need to back off. I decided at this point to let those guys crest this hill to come to me, because I have gun depression issues, but so do they. So I'm going to put them at the disadvantage.
And I'm just working these tracks here to keep them spotted so we know exactly what they're doing. Our Hummel's dead now, so it's 2 tier 6s versus the world.
God, Pilgrim would be proud.
Once again, keeping lights up here.
I don't have shots, like I said. I tell Paul I'm gonna let these guys crest over here because it's harder to hit my cupola on the move, and that's my weak point.
And this SU turns Torme, so I feel important.
At this point, I'm shooting this Tog through the tracks.
This leaves me with nothing but prem rounds.
Take a shot on that ISU. Or the SU.
I hold my shot on the Tog because I know Kelly can pen him, but he might have trouble with the Black Prince. So you're seeing the limitations of the Hellcat. Because if I had, say, 45 or 50 shells, I would have been shooting this entire time. And now Kelly's dead.
Paul over.
So now I open fire on the Tog. I blind fire here because he's a Tog and I don't really need to lead.
Paul finally actually turns around to go, forward.
Hey, driving forwards is for scrubs. I let my binocs engage here because I wanted to see if I could kite, that I should. The Hummel stupidly tells me to go behind buildings because I should get spotted when I reset cap.
He's probably using his pro-bush tactics from before.
And as you can see, I don't get spotted at this point. So now it's me versus a G-Dub. And while I haven't taken a hit at this point, I know that he can in fact one-shot me. There's no way that I'm going into town. There's just way too many corners that he could one-shot me in. So I decided to take this low road over here. I also look at my ammo capacity and I see that I have 3 shells, but 2 of them are high explosive. I keep those 2 high explosive shots for other Hellcats and for resetting cap. But in this situation, I would, if the first HE shell doesn't pen, I would need all 3 shots in order to kill the G-Dub. So I know that I need to be on my best game here in order to not to make my shots count and to kill him.
Trying to just figure out which way the Hummel's gone. Pauler takes up his position here to see if he can spot him first.
Just in case he was moving this direction. Kelly motions for me that the time is running low and I need to start sweeping through. Now, I take a look at the G-Dub here and I see that he has a good number of battles with his G-Dub and a lot of battles total. So he probably has a very good crew in his G-Dub, which means that even though I have a very good camo, if he's holding still, he will spot me first. So what I do is here I crest and I make sure that my 6 sets doesn't go off before I go in and sweep. I break left here because I know that he's a very experienced player and he'll look for cover being knocked over.
So he takes the route, when cover gets knocked over, it doesn't really spawn to anybody watching.
And now there's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I need to cap. I don't know where he is, but I just need to make sure that I have the best chance of not getting spotted.
So keep moving, especially with an artillery firing a cap.
So I see that I didn't clear south, so I should put the trash and me, position the trash between myself and south, but the G-Dub starts capping, so I know where he is. Now he can reset cap by luck, I can't, so I need to make sure that I keep moving and stay away from the obvious places to shoot, i.e. the cap, which he does fire at first. Now I do something pretty MLG here. I aim at the cap trash and fire at it, which creates 2 points for him to hit. One, the trash, in case he thinks I knocked it over, or if he saw my tracer, he would fire at where that just was, so I move away from there. Now in hindsight, I probably should have used an HE shell for that, but I think at this point it's not game changing.
And there's the shot at a cap. So me, not so many battles, told Paula, hey, go hide where he just shot, because if he's not there, he won't think you're there again. But Paula was like, lightning strikes twice, and if I was at Geo, I'd shoot it there again, because that's the only place I have to shoot. And I'm like, well, shit. Just keep sitting there.
So I think at this point I tell Kelly, if he hits me by luck, I'm just done for the evening. I'm not going to play anymore.
I think at that point we would all have been done.
So you see, it fires again, and he's not going to be able to reset another shot. So this is a win.